Good morning.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, y'all. This is the WOW Podcast, WOWW, Wendy's on Wellness Wednesday. I am Dr. Wendy Sue Massey. I am the owner of Freedom Holistic Wellness and the Freedom Holistic Wellness community that is just so wonderful now. I'm so excited. We've done our public launch. I'm an alternative medical practitioner, holistic nutrition specialist, an author, lover of Jesus, wife, mom, Gigi to two amazing kiddos, and gardener, cook, all the things. And this is my amazing bestie, Wendy.
Hey guys, Wendy Flournoy, certified hypnotherapist, herbalist, forager, educator, student, wife, mom, Gigi of 6, lover of all things non-toxic and God-given.
Awesome. Well, girl, how was your new year?
Quiet.
Good.
I like that. We actually went to bed early, and both of us found ourselves laying in bed wide awake at 4:30 a.m.
Oh my goodness.
So we told each other Happy New Year and decided to get up and fix some breakfast together.
Perfect. That's awesome.
It was nice having him around the last long years. He's normally worked on New Year's Day, so it was nice. It was nice to hang out and spend the day together. And we went and saw our oldest grandson, who turned 6 on New Year's Day.
Goodness. I can't believe that.
I know, right? Time flies. So it was very fun, very enjoyable, very quiet, very peaceful. Nice. How about you?
Same. I mean, it was awesome. I was doing overnight with my girlfriends from my small group, the prayer time, and we all had shifts, and I had one early on New Year's Eve, but then I had the one going from 11:30 to 12:30. Okay. And I took a 2-minute break. I said, Lord, hold on. And I went in and grabbed Bill, and we went downstairs with my mama, and we kissed and said Happy New Year, and then I went back up and went back to it. But yeah, it was a wonderful New Year, and it's just been such a blessing. Our church is doing 21 days of prayer and fasting, and whatever that looks for everybody, 21 days of prayer primarily that we're all doing together. And it's just been such a blessing to start this year off in the right headspace, putting him.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to start things off. You know, prayer, fasting without prayer is not really fasting, in my opinion.
Agreed. I know that a lot of people that are not, Christian, they fast, but I agree. It's a whole new level.
Yes.
When you, when you're praying through it. So
God gives you is just, to me, is tremendous. Not that he doesn't give it to us when we're not fasting, but it's going to be so much more powerful when we're fasting.
I agree. And I don't even know what everybody in our church is doing because we're all keeping it quiet. I'm not talking about what I'm doing. They're not talking about what they're doing. Some of them, they might be fasting from social media, or as our pastor says, abstaining, when it's things like that. Some people are fasting from sweets or whatever their thing is, but either way, if you're doing it prayerfully, it's all honoring God.
It all counts. That's right. It all counts.
All honoring him.
That's right.
So today, I don't want to take up too much time chit-chatting because we could all day long. We are on a time schedule because Wendy's got Gigi duty. And so we're going to bring the herb of the week first. You want to share that, Wendy?
The herb of the week this week is cloves.
Yes.
And I was telling Wendy before we went live that this is what I have left of 3 pounds of organic cloves because of everything that got used during the holiday season. What a powerful and medicinal herb. Mm-hmm. It is extremely strong. Anyone that's ever cooked with it or used it in culinary stuff, how strong it smells, how strong it tastes, and a little tiny bit goes a long way when you're dealing with cloves. Yes. It's probably most popular for people using it with oral health. I think most people have heard that cloves are really good for oral health because it's antimicrobial, it's analgesic, it's an antioxidant, it's an anti-inflammatory. It helps with digestion, it helps with immunity and pain. And always remember to consult your medical provider, because I'm not a doctor and this information is for entertainment purposes only.
There's the disclaimer. Got to throw that in there.
Yeah.
I've been using essential oil, clove essential oil organic, in a drop in my oil pulling, and I definitely
Wonderful for that.
Mm-hmm.
And just a reminder, I know you know, but just a reminder, everybody else, never ever use any essential oil without a carrier.
Yes.
Without putting it into something. Clove oil, if you just dropped a drop in your mouth or something to try to take some care of something oral, it's more than likely going to burn you.
Yeah.
Because it's that potent.
Yeah.
So always add it to something else. Mm-hmm. Clove has been used for so many years, all over the world. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's very heavily used in Ayurvedic medicine. Mm-hmm. It's really good for pain relief. Any kind of toothache or gum pain, you can turn it into a mouth rinse. You can turn it into a paste and put it on particular thing. You always want to mix it with things. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you can take the whole clove and just set it against the tooth or against the gum or whatever, and it would be okay. A lot of times it's better to crush it up to make it a little smaller so it's not as woo. Yeah. So you can just hold it on to the space or something for 10 or 20 minutes. And as soon as you feel it, that area go numb, then you can take it out because it's done what it's going to do. Always like 1 drop of clove oil with a teaspoon of a carrier oil would be what you would want to use. You can take that and dip it in a cotton ball or something, organic cotton ball, into that and then place it if you feel better doing that, because it can burn tissue. Mm-hmm. Clove is also really good, like infusing in a carrier oil like that, and then use it as a massage oil. Because then it becomes a muscle, joint, and arthritis pain reliever.
Yeah, that's the analgesic properties.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Supposedly for entertainment purposes.
Right.
Maybe it'll work for you. And what you could turn this into a powerhouse possibly by adding some ginger or peppermint to the topical rub. It's really good for like taking clove water and a wash rag if you have a headache and putting it on your forehead, make a compress. Really good for that. All you want to do with that is make like a clove tea. Okay. Put cloves in water, heat it up a little bit, and soak your rag in it. Cloves for digestion. It helps with indigestion, gas, and bloating. You just make a simple tea, 2 or 3 cloves to 2 cups of water, simmer it for about 10 minutes, and you want to drink that after your meals. It'll help with digestion and gas and bloating. Reduces stomach cramps. It settles nausea and stomach upset. I wouldn't say as much as ginger does, but if you were to add clove and ginger to like a tea, then you're getting like a double pow for an upset stomach.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah. And that's wonderful with, if you do ginger and clove and then add honey, that makes a really good tea. A nice sipping tea, you know? Yeah. Clove water, you can drink that. You can use it as a mouthwash. You can use it topically. So those are quick and easy things where you can use it for immunity, for digestive, for oral health. Like you said, adding it to your pulling oil. If you make your homemade toothpaste, which I'm going to be doing this afternoon because my youngest princess, he was out and he needed more. I put a little bit of clove oil in my homemade toothpaste, because it's great for oral health, whether you're oil pulling, whether it's toothpaste, doesn't matter. with all of it, all of the, I know you're going to be talking about seasonal things and how to boost things up. Clove will do the same thing. It's a great immune booster for all of the junk that's going around right now. So drinking a cup a day right now is going to do everybody some good.
That's good.
Yeah. Now if you're going to make it into like clove, according to research and studies, clove has been known to kill E. coli, staph infection, and strep.
Nice.
So if you were to take 4 or 5 cloves, boil them in water, let it cool, and use that gargle 2 or 3 times a day, you would probably maybe get rid of strep throat.
It's definitely something that could move you in the right direction. That's good to know.
Yes. If you want something like before bed that's going to help soothe your throat this time of year and cough and things like that, do a clove and honey and lemon tea. Add that lemon, and before bed, it'll kind of settle things down. It'll soothe and coat that throat for laying down to go to sleep. Because normally when we lay down, nighttime, it always gets worse. And when we lay down, the sinuses start dripping and we get that irritable little thing in the back of our throats.
Yes. Yes.
So cloves are generally safe in normal doses. Even if you were to do 1 to 3 cloves a day or have 2 to 3 cups of clove tea a day, it's going to be perfectly fine. But if I would not recommend any more than that. When you get into high dose cloves, you have a potential blood thinner on your hands.
Oh,
possibly.
Interesting.
Maybe.
So definitely be aware of it if you're on blood thinners.
Exactly. You want to be cautious if you're on any kind of blood thinning medication. And of course, as per normal with most herbs and spices, if you're breastfeeding or pregnant, if you have liver disease, you don't want to do a whole lot of cloves. And you never, I'm not going to say never. You want to be very, very cautious of using clove oil on children. Clove tea and infused clove water and things like that is perfectly fine, but something in the clove oil is just way too strong for littles. So if you're using it on them, make sure it's highly diluted. Let's see. I think that's about it. Okay. Good paired with ginger. Great paired with honey, great paired with lemon. It's quick and easy. Throw a couple, 3 cloves and, a little pot of water on the stove. You can strain it and put it in a jar and it'll keep for 2 weeks in your refrigerator.
I've used cloves in my banana peel tea before at night, and I bet you, and what I haven't done though is add the rest of those things. So I bet that would make a really nice powerhouse before bed.
Add some ginger and a little honey and a little lemon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's already got the banana and cinnamon. So
that's right. Oh, yeah, that'd be really good. So just remember, you have all kinds of things at your fingertips in your kitchen that can be used for so many different things, and it's quick and it's easy and it works.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know we say it jokingly because we've gotten our hands smacked way too many times from YouTube, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm tired of being apologetic about it, and I know you are too. I know.
Well, no, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
No, because the reality is, I work with people every single day, and, like I posted just real brief, but, one of my clients who's been a friend of mine since high school, she came to me with, and I'm going to get all choked up. She came to me with severe RA, new diagnosis, couldn't function. She was in total despair. I was really worried about her. And she's also hilarious. And she was like, and I won't eat this, and I won't eat this, and I won't eat this. Girl, let me tell you something. Talking to her 16 weeks later after everything. And
she feels like a new person, doesn't she?
She feels amazing. Her blood markers are normal. She's learned foods that she never thought she'd eat that she actually likes. All these things. And food heals, y'all. When you're using God's food, it heals.
Absolutely.
It is so frustrating to me that the narrative tells us that, we're doing something wrong when we're not promoting something that's been around for less than 100 years, and
or they make people scared of natural things. No, don't do that. That's dangerous.
Yeah. I heard something last night that I never even connected the dots, because I was like, when did all of this happen? I mean, yes, COVID was a big piece of it when it became a right versus left thing, which was stupid. It's never been a political thing. It's just, health should never be political. Yeah. But I never realized, because I was, still young and dumb, and I was in my 20s and I wasn't paying as much attention, but we never had commercials for pharmaceuticals until the 90s, until Bill Clinton allowed that. And so when Bill Clinton allowed that, and this is not anything against Bill Clinton, I think he's, there's plenty of wonderful things he did. I'm not partisan at all when it comes to any of that stuff. I could care less.
Well, no, because you can flip it to, I think it was Reagan that allowed the pharmaceutical companies not to be sued anymore.
Right. Exactly. They've all done stupid stuff.
Exactly.
So, I mean, and don't get me started on George Bush and the 9/11 stuff. But anyway, but Bill Clinton allowed the pharmaceutical companies to start advertising, and that's when they took over our flipping media.
Yes.
That's when now we can't trust what we're hearing, because all those people are being paid. I was listening to a guy last night who was a former news person, and he said you had to stick to the narrative that the pharmaceutical companies determined, no longer what news was.
And if you went against it, you lost your job. Yes. I've seen so many former reporters tell that story. That they had an investigative thing going on. And they broke something wide open and they couldn't even put it on TV because they weren't allowed.
You're not even allowed to ask the questions. It used to be the reporter I was hearing last night. No, I take it back. This was a pastor. He was talking to a reporter, but the pastor last night was reminding us. He was like, yeah, before that happened, Phil Donahue could have put somebody on and said, hey, talk to me about your vaccine injured child, and it wouldn't have been, it would have been informative. It wouldn't have been,
well, that's how media used to be, right? They used to be nonpartisan, in the middle, and let's get all sides of the story so people can make an informed decision, right?
Exactly. And then we just totally lost that in the late 90s when they started doing this. And it's no wonder people like Phil Donahue went off the air and all these things, because they weren't even allowed to talk anymore,
Now everything on TV is one way or the other.
Yes.
One way or the other. And it's like, you know what? They're all feathers of the same bird.
Yes. Yes. I'm just sick of it. And I'm not going to be silenced, and if it hurts me and if it hurts us, I was telling Bill, because he was like, I can't believe you all only have, I think it's like 380 something followers on YouTube. I'm like, because YouTube has told us they're not going to put us in the algorithms.
Yeah. And we don't care about that.
No. So praise God, I use them to be able to upload things so I can use clickable links.
Other things.
And I put it on Rumble, where we're not going to be censored, but not that, only nowhere near as many people are on Rumble as they are on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I put it on the website. I put it in our community. I'm just going to put it wherever I can put it. If Facebook wants to squash us, if YouTube wants to squash us, I don't even care anymore. I'm just going to speak truth.
That's right.
I'm going to speak truth, because I am not going to live scared. I'm not going to live scared to declare my faith in Jesus, and I'm not going to live scared to declare the truth in what I know to be true. And, if that gets us censored, whatevs. Whatevs. And on that note, let me talk about high dose vitamin C that got squashed during COVID. Because high dose vitamin C, so during COVID, I was actually still a doctorate student, and I happened to be in my nutritional medicine course during the height of it. And our professor was so excited. He was like, you've got to check out this doctor. And it was some hospital in Hampton Roads. And there was another one we were following up in Michigan. And there were doctors who were functional medicine doctors that were bold and going into the ICUs where they were allowed. And they were doing high dose vitamin C. And the bed next to them is dying because they're on all the other garbage that they're being told are the protocols. And they're walking out of the hospital after high dose vitamin C. I became a believer. I mean, it was happening all over, but they wouldn't let them talk about it.
No.
I mean, it's like that stuff was getting squashed. It was never talked about in the media. It works.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, even just kicking a cold or a viral infection in our house, that's what we do. We crank up the vitamin C and boom, it's gone.
And I think that's why the quercetin worked so well, because that was just you boiled citrus and stuff, and that's what you were drinking, and like that's why it was so potent, because of the high dose vitamin C.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so as far as how this applies to you, because you're not going to be in a hospital in an ICU, Lord, right. Praying that we won't, and need to get it IV. Does it work IV? Yes, but that's not obviously practical for home use. So this same doctor that I was learning from at the time, he believed in every year of your child's age, increasing that dosage. So in other words, 1,000 milligrams for a 1-year-old, 2,000 milligrams a day for a 2-year-old, all the way up to 18,000 milligrams a day for an adult. He said, I want you to know, he said, my children never saw a pediatrician's office because they were never sick.
Nice.
I mean, that's incredible, because if you know anything about kids, they're little petri dishes. They catch everything, and his kids never did.
So let me ask you something. So I have a 7-month-old grandchild. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's always snotting, but he is drinking from a sippy cup. What is it appropriate to put the high vitamin C in his water?
So wait till he's a year. It's almost like the honey thing too, where it's like, it's yes, it's beneficial. It probably wouldn't hurt him, but there's no good indicators that it's safe under a year. I don't think it wouldn't be, but I wouldn't try it just because all the data says start at a year.
Okay.
But
it'd be great for the rest of them.
Yeah. And you can get it in so many different forms. And honestly, my clean goes out the window. As much as I try to do as much as I can clean.
It's hard to unclean.
Well, especially gummies. And let's be real. If it's not a gummy, my grandbabies ain't eating it. So some of the liquid medicines they will. But I mean, the taste of powdered vitamin C, which is my preferred version, is strong. And my grandson, it's so cute. He always goes, Gigi water? And he always he wants to drink everybody's water, which really gets our immune system going crazy in this house. But so, and he's 2. And I said, you can taste Gigi water, but remember she puts stuff in it, because especially when they're around, I'm pouring in the vitamin C. And he always takes it and makes a face. I don't like it.
Haley's 3, and she does that every time I go there. She wants a sip of my water, and I always, at the very minimum, have lemon in my water.
Yes. So I won't let him try it when I've got apple cider vinegar, just because, goodness gracious, I don't want him hating water,
Right.
And I love it, but that's a bit much. But when he tastes that vitamin C, he's like, I don't like it.
So I may accept that gummy thing as a challenge.
Yeah, do that, because you're good at making gummies.
Yeah, I do the elderberry gummies, and they're not too difficult. It's time consuming, but I love the idea of the vitamin C gummies.
Yeah, because it's such a great way for them to get that in them, and
they'll eat gummies. They all love gummies.
Yes, my grandbabies too. They always ask at night before they go to bed for their 3 gummies, and it's their vitamins.
No.
But anyway, so as far as the thing I want you to know the most about vitamin C is that your demand goes up, not just when you're sick, but also when you are stressed. It is very reactive to adrenal fatigue and adrenal burden when you're not sleeping. So if you are somebody that is in a season of stress, even if you think, oh, well, it's not a lot of viruses going around or whatever, I don't care. Crank up the vitamin C. And also another misconception, a lot of people who are have autoimmune diseases are afraid of it because they hear it as an immune booster. And autoimmune diseases by nature are overactive immune systems. It's actually an immune regulator. I'm guilty of it. I call it an immune booster all the time, but it's not. It's actually an immune regulator. So
a lot
it's
of natural things are, and we have a habit of saying immune boosters, where it's really immune regulators.
Yeah. So you can't overdo it. This is why I love high dose vitamin C. You can't overdo it because your body is just going to pee out what it does not need. So if you know, I mean, like when I know I'm going to be seeing my grandbabies, I don't do the 18,000 milligrams a day on a normal basis like that doctor I had as a professor recommended. But when I know that I'm going to be in a situation where I'm going to be traveling or I'm going to be around the grandbabies or something like that, I will get probably at least 16,000 in my water every day because I do the powder. This is my favorite one. It's called GMO-free vitamins. It's out of the UK. Unfortunately, y'all, you can't trust the US vitamins because they're all GMO corn based, unfortunately. But this particular one is really good. It's my favorite. And now if you have reflux, it might bother you. So you might not want that one. I give my husband this one because he won't put that in his water. And this liposomal vitamin C, this brand's decent, Pure Elements. But this liposomal vitamin C, that one, it's fat soluble. But that just means you don't need as much to get the same effect. Okay. So anyway, the main thing I want you to know when you are taking this to figure out, especially when you're sick and you're taking it, there's a term we use about taking it to bowel tolerance. If you're trying to knock something out of you, the recommendation is about 1,000 milligrams to 2,000 milligrams an hour until all of a sudden your stools are loose. That doesn't mean that you've done anything wrong. It's just your body letting you know, okay, that's your limit.
Enough. Right. That's enough.
And that also doesn't mean to stop vitamin C altogether. It just means wait another 6 hours or so, let it work in your system and then start again. If you're like me, when I'm sick, I'm not taking something every hour. I just know me about that. So I will take, I'll take 4,000 to 6,000. I'll usually take about 6,000 milligrams every 4 hours and take it like I used to would, Tylenol or something.
Right.
And I'm telling you, it'll knock it out of you. We've done it in our house so many times. It is so incredible. I have this going nonstop, even if I'm really, fighting something and I'm taking the pills too. I'm still doing the vitamin C in my water. And basically you put 1,000 milligrams in every 8 ounces. Right. So if you're like me and you drink, a ton. I mean, this is a 40 ounce.
This is 42.
Yeah. So I could technically put 5 scoops in it. I usually do 3 or 4, but I could, if I'm fighting something, you can bet I'm doing max. And you just get as much as you can in you. And if your body lets you know that, hey, let me use what I got, I've had enough, stools are getting loose, then back off. But that doesn't mean you stop. It just means it's working. It's also a stress hormone nutrient. A lot of people don't realize that. Mm-hmm. So if you are, in stressful situations in your life, like I said, your vitamin C needs go up, but it will also help calm your nervous system. So there's nothing wrong with taking it at night, other than the fact that if you take in more than you need, you might be peeing more than normal. That has happened to me in those seasons when I know I've been needing to take it overnight. But you weigh what you need to do. If that's not best for you, then don't do that. It might cause you more stress, but it is a stress hormone nutrient. It helps all your stressors increase emotional stress, infection risk, inflammation, blood sugar cravings. That's huge when your body's under stress. And so all of these things can be helped by having high vitamin C. Also, I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Oh, this is a big one. So I recommend collagen for people who are healing their gut, in particular the hydrolyzed type 1 and type 3, because it repairs the gut lining. Yeah. If your vitamin C level is low or suboptimal, it's not going to work as well to heal your gut. And that's something a lot of people don't realize. So it affects the collagen synthesis in your body. So if you already know that you don't eat well, you're under tons of stress, you're around snotty-nosed kids all the time, and but I'm being healthy because I'm putting collagen in my smoothie, you're probably not getting a thing out of that money you're spending on that collagen. Yeah. So just know that they really do go hand in hand together. Also, I often say that I don't take it year round because I'm not a supplements girl. My goodness, I really try to avoid the supplements I'm not in need of at the time.
I don't think there's one single thing that I do all year long.
Yeah. Well, and it's not good for your body, within reason. I'm good with taking a probiotic all the time and things like that. But even that I do in seasons, just like, sometimes I just don't feel like taking any supplements, know. But overall, vitamin C is one that I always have on hand because it's not a high viral season. If I know I'm a week out from getting on an airplane, I'm pounding it. If I know that, oh my gosh, I'm getting ready to speak on a big national stage, you can bet I'm going to be pounding it because I'm going to be under stress. Things like that. So
for traveling or around a lot of people, I would start doing it beforehand because we pretty much know things that we're going to be doing and the crowd that we will be around.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was just around sick people for 3 weeks, and other than a couple nights of a stuffy nose, I had no problems. And I'm talking full blown fevers, the whole night. The only people that didn't get sick were me and my mama. My mom's immune system's amazing. And by the way, has refused every adult shot ever. Just saying. Let that be controversial.
She's amazing.
She is. She's so funny. And that was long before it became taboo. She was telling doctors, nope, I'm not doing it. Yeah. So anyway, but me and my mom are the only ones that didn't get sick. And all my kids, my grandkids, my husband, everybody I was around was so sick. Even Jake had a couple of days down and, people running fevers all around me. I never got it.
Nice.
And I know it is because A, how I eat, and B, because I boost myself up when I know I'm going to be in that situation. So the moral is you can't overdo it. It is a necessary vitamin in your body. It is an immune regulator, not an immune stimulant. And it is a stress deactivator. So there's so many reasons to take it. There's nothing wrong with taking it every day. Like I said, my professor swore by it and, and they did believe in taking it every day at high doses all the time. It definitely won't hurt you.
Right.
I'm just not a supplements person. So I don't like to, say I've got all these ones I take every day. And then all of a sudden some emergency hits my family and we need to boost up on a whole bunch more supplements. And then I'm, eating supplements for breakfast. I don't want that life, so I take what's
next. Reason we don't like pharmaceuticals. We don't want to take pills every day.
Exactly. And, And unfortunately, a lot of the holistic colleges out there, just like the Western medicine or the conventional medicine colleges just teach pills and procedures, a lot of the holistic universities that are teaching holistic medicine, if they are sponsored by the government, if they are get the check mark from the Department of Education in our country, then they are also teaching them pills and procedures. They're just teaching them supplements and holistic procedures. So, it's if you get even a holistic professional who's just pushing supplements,
be very, very picky. If you are going to take supplements, be very, very picky about how clean they are, what's in them, things just like you would read a food label. You want to read those labels.
Yes. So anyway, and we're almost out of time. So just if anybody has any questions about high dose vitamin C, I could go on, for hours about its benefits. It's so incredible, but I just wanted to share because especially today, because so many people are sick, after the holidays and everything. And even if you're after your sickness, boost it up now because your body is guaranteed to be depleted because you will deplete yourself of your vitamin C stores if you even have any stores, but any vitamin C in your body. And one last thing I do want to point out, because I am big food first, and I still believe in that with this, because of the state of our agriculture, we have lost a lot of the ability to just replenish with food. I get the question a lot from a lot of my Christian followers and clients who really try to just stick to the God-given stuff we were given, and which would be food and herbs and things like that. And they're like, why do we have to supplement with vitamin C? This is why, because our food is definitely not in the same state that it was back then. So even
most of our grounds have been depleted of what used to go into them. And that's why a lot of these regenerative farms are becoming so popular, because they're the ones that have the nutrients and the minerals in the food like it used to be.
Yes, exactly. And I'm praying that continues to grow, because that's something we definitely need. But anyway, so definitely eat all the high vitamin C food, y'all. But and that does not mean drink orange juice, for the love of all things holy.
Unless you're squeezing it yourself from organic oranges.
Or even still, that's just a big old boost of sugar. I love oranges. Eat an orange. But when you're just drinking the juice, 8 ounces of juice is the same as eating 8 or 6 oranges. So just imagine the amount of sugar you're getting just from that natural sugar, but still sugar nonetheless.
That's right.
So anyway, what you up to this week, girl?
I am busy. I am going to make another soap. I have some research to do. I have grandbabies to watch. My daughter has to go to the dentist, so I'm going to watch the grandbabies while she goes to the dentist. Tomorrow I have appointments out the wazoo. So just busy, girl. Just busy. Just trying to. I am working on my website. Thank you to those who have reached out to me to let me know that something's not right. That's on my list today. This afternoon is to call the website hosting company and try to get whatever's wrong fixed. So if you're trying to order anything and it's not working, just shoot me an email or reach me through Wendy's platform in the Freedom Holistic Wellness community. Shoot me a message there. We'll get it all figured out.
Awesome.
How about you? What do you have going on this week?
Girl, I'm just trying to build. This community is amazing. I'm so excited. And I've been, I've just finished. Well, today will be day 4 of a 13 seminar series, all on the foundations of healthy living.
Popping out the information and the knowledge.
Yes, I'm pumping it out, y'all. And I keep getting the same thing. I can't believe you are only charging this for all of this, knowing what people have paid in the past to do, anywhere close to programs like this.
Extremely high value, and it's not too late to get in.
No, there's been some misunderstanding because I was really pushing people to get in by December 31st. That was our launch team.
Yeah.
That was our launch team. There were a lot of benefits that went along with being part of the launch team. And I was really trying to encourage people to get in by then. The community's wide open. We're public as of January 1st. So come join us. We're doing Sugar Busters in a couple weeks. We're doing, which everybody loves that. Bust all your sugar cravings from the holidays. Next week, we're starting in our temple wellness section. We're starting a new study on the power to change from Craig Groeschel. We have so much going on, and it is not too late. It only just started. You just missed being on the launch team, but that's all right. You're not going to miss a thing because it's all in there. So join us.
We need to remind everybody that next week we have a special guest.
Actually, I just got an email this morning that they're rescheduling again. So we do not have a special guest.
You just get us again.
Just kidding. It's just us. But anyway, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you that. I was half asleep when I read it. And I was like, okay, no worries. So.
Yeah, always practicing that rigid flexibility.
Yes, we do, sister. Yes, we do. All right. Well, you get to your grandbabies. We love you guys. If you have any questions about anything we shared today or about how to get into the Freedom Holistic Wellness community, where it is just incredible. I'm so excited. Come
reach out to either one of us. We both can send you there.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great week.
See you next week.